Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Studio Time with Ryos. In today's session, I'm going to start on a new idea from scratch, and today I'm very inspired to start with the break. One of my favorite ways to start on a new idea is with a vocal. So whether I use a vocal from one of my old songs, a vocal from a popular track, or I go in Splice and I find a nice vocal phrase to work off of. So today we're going to go to Splice and we're going to find a vocal phrase, but stay tuned because I got some secret sauce coming your way. All right, so first let's go to Splice and let's see if we can find some nice vocal phrases.
Yeah, we could stop. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't.
So you guys see this one's already downloaded. I was messing with it earlier today. We're going to get to that one in a second, but let's see if we can find another option too.
Oh, 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 oh. No, I can never be alone.
That right there, my friends, is very dope. Let's go ahead and download that one. And let's look for maybe one more option.
Judgment night.
You've got a messy reputation, always getting into sticky situations. You try to change.
This one is super dope too. I don't like that it's super muffled, but I think we can just fix that with our own processing. So I'm going to go ahead and download that one as well. So now we have three options. One from earlier that I said I was going to show you guys, and we just downloaded two more. And here's where that secret sauce comes in. So the secret sauce that I keep talking about is actually today's sponsor, and it's a company called Automate. So what Automate does is it creates its own vocals using AI out of vocal samples and vocal recordings that you put in it. So watch this. I've been messing with this and it's absolutely insane. So let's drop in one of the vocal samples that I found earlier.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Sounds really nice, but watch this. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select a different vocalist. I'm a big fan of Josephine. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Big fan of this one. And I can pitch it up 8 semitones. We're going to click convert. And that same vocal sample is going to sound like a girl now. It's insane.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Absolutely crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and download that. Let's go ahead and try the other samples that I found as well. I'm curious.
Oh, 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 oh. No, I can never be alone.
Autumn, you suggest 6 to 8 semitones whenever you're switching from male to female. So we'll start with 6 for this one. Let's stick with Stacy.
Oh, 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 oh. No, I can never be alone.
Dude, it's insane. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select Josephine again because I feel like Josephine's got a bigger kind of voice. And I think that would suit this vocal better. So let's try Josephine again.
Oh, 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 oh. No, I can never be alone.
Dude, see, that's money. We're going to have a lot of fun in just a second playing with all these different vocal samples. Another thing that you can do with Automate is use your own voice recordings. So I can sing my own idea and then, for example, have Josephine sing it, which would probably turn out a lot better than me singing. So very, very powerful tool that Automate offers. Another thing that you can do is train your own voice models as well. So there's truly a lot of tools here at your disposal, and Automate has become very powerful in my workflow. So big shout out to Automate again for sponsoring today's video. And if you guys would like to learn more about them, click on the link in my description. So which vocal sample should we use for today? Which one is inspiring me the most?
I do it to myself. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Dude, these are all so good.
Oh, 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 oh. Now I can never be alone.
I'm definitely resonating with this first one the most. So this one I selected to be 8 semitones up.
I do it
From B minor, which means it's in G minor, which is one of my favorite keys, so that's fantastic. I'm going to start with just working on this vocal for a bit.
I do it to myself.
What I'm going to do is we're going to start by creating some doubles. And instead of doing all of that, creating one and going left and right, I'm actually going to just use Waves Doubler because it's a really good plugin, and honestly, it sounds fantastic. So let's go ahead. I'm going to open up Waves Doubler here.
I do it to myself. I don't know.
And this is going to give us that nice width. I personally like the Pensado vocal preset here.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know.
All right, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to create a vocal group right now. And I'm going to set my lead and my double there because I want to process them together. This is kind of going to just be like my vocal hook, this whole entire thing. It's probably just going to be this phrase repeating throughout the whole entire track. So if that's going to be the case, I want to process these together, make them sound nice and big. So
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why.
now I want to add a bit of processing here to make this thing sound bigger. Can never go wrong with CLA vocals, to be honest. Especially when you're just trying to get an idea down quick.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Okay, so I like face to face because it's kind of aggressive. I'm going to just reduce these a bit.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why.
Okay, cool. And the main thing that I need to do is all effects, like reverb, delay, all that good stuff. So I don't think you guys have ever seen me like vocal engineer or vocal produce. So this is fun for both of us, but this is how I do my things normally. So start by just doing a reverb and delay send, and then I'm going to create a vocal effects group here, and I'm going to link the group to the acapella send that I have created. Or acapella mixer, I should say. So my group is going here to the acapella, and then the vocal effects is also going to the acapella. And then the reverb and delay will go to the effects, and then I'm going to send my vocal group to the reverb and the delay. So a little bit confusing if you're not used to it, but this for me has been my workflow for sure skis. So we're going to go ahead and open Realm. This is a sick reverb for vocals. Make this 100%.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Awesome. Now for the delay, you guys know me. I'm feeling the dark, big, spacious vibes. So we're going to go ahead and use something like Valhalla delay. And I'll probably go for a dotted eighth tape delay. So let's try that. Switch this to 100%.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do.
Maybe we'll do just an eighth note instead.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Try a quarter note.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Let's do an eighth here, and then I can introduce another delay. This is also something I do a lot when I'm vocal producing, is I will do multiple reverbs, multiple delays. So for this one, I'm going to do quarter note ping pong. So we'll go for H delay, and then I'll use this guy. I use this one pretty much for all of my ping pong needs. And I actually have it set to eighth. So let's see what that sounds like.
I do it to myself. I don't.
Ooh, okay, that sounds better. So eighth note ping pong is going to be the move. And then delay, we'll switch back to dotted eighth.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do.
Gonna reduce the feedback a bit on the delay, on the main tape delay. I might switch this to a quarter note, but I'm gonna just try to move quickly today. Not gonna get too caught up on the details. Want to make sure I get my vibe down right away. That's something that, by the way, secret sauce, if you will, more secret sauce. I've realized over the years, and even like recently, I've put more of an emphasis on really trying to get the idea down quick while the inspiration is there. I'm not going to really elaborate on that, but yeah, take that for what you will, because for me, that's been super, super helpful lately. One thing that is quite important that I think is going to help contribute to the overall vibe of this vocal is going to be compressing it on the acapella group. So compressing the vocal group and the vocal effects together, gluing that reverb and all the effects that I just did to the vocal. So for that, I like to use a few different options, but we're going to try to do something weird. I want to try thermal. So this is definitely not traditional, but this could work in our favor. So let's try it out.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know.
And there you go. I'm actually going to heart that for later. You can hear that we're getting so much more presence out of the reverb and all the wet effects. And on top of that, we're getting some additional shine to the vocal. So thermal is actually not a bad option. I should do that more. But yeah, basically any plugin that will compress the signals together to some fashion or kind of blend them, even if you use saturation, or a distortion unit in this case with thermal, I think that's a nice little trick there, especially to bring more character out of the vocal. But yeah, now you can see with this processing that I've done,
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why.
so mean. I forgot to link the ping pong to the effects group though. That's my bad. But yeah, now we're in a really great spot here.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why.
The only thing that I'm going to do, and then we're going to move on, is I'm just going to EQ this. What I'm going to do is give this a nice boost here, just in the midsection, to make it a bit warmer.
I do it to myself. I don't know.
And since I'm here, I can also cut off the sides. Or not the sides, but the lows, I mean.
It
I'm going to make sure this is stereo placement.
myself. I don't know. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why.
So this is a real look at how I start songs, right? Because it's so important that the first element you put in FL Studio or whatever your DAW is good, right? Is inspiring. Like, I feel like now that I've worked on this, I've introduced a little bit more character, a little bit more of that space that I'm looking for personally. I feel like now we have a much better starting point, and basically I'm just inspired to make some heat now. So hopefully I do so. So
I do it to myself.
what I'm thinking is that for this one, we go clubby. I don't even know if I want to make a drop today, but I definitely want to make a clubby kind of break. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to introduce, let's introduce a respace, right? Classic Zane or Ryos. Let's get a nice big respace in there. We'll go for like, I'm trying to think. We can do, I don't even know if I want like a main chord progression. I was gonna say maybe we can do something weird, kind of like how I did in my remix that I did the Dave and Guetta and Baby Rexha song "One in a Million." I took chords and then I reversed them, and it gives it more of this like washy, weird kind of synth effect, which maybe can be cool here. But let's not jump the gun. Let's first get a nice respace in there. Let's just go with some of mine here. So Xenox has been one of my favorites that I've been using. And what I like to do is I like to take off the mids and the highs. Like that. And then just adjust the Q to taste. Maybe open it up a bit more. Awesome. Yeah, that sounds dope. Throw on Camel Crusher as well. British Clean. Can never go wrong here. Awesome. Now, I'm also thinking about getting a kind of drone or atmosphere in the background as well. So let's go ahead and do that now. Been wanting to use this one. Let's see if this one works here.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Okay, let me mute the vocal for a second. Start with G sustained. I'm thinking, because this sound here is so dark and like mysterious, I think it has so much character too, so opening up the track with that is really important. And actually, I want to give you guys another quick tidbit, or a quick tip rather. So the reason I think breaks are so important, plus the reason why I'm working on a break today, especially, is because I feel like producers don't, not all producers, obviously, I don't want to generalize, but I feel like a lot of people don't put enough effort into their breaks, if that makes sense. And for me, I feel like you're doing your song a disservice because this is the first thing that the listener is going to hear, right? So I feel like it's like as soon as they press play on Spotify or whatever, you know, the break plays. So I feel like it's super important to, you know, to make a good break and make sure that it's, you know, interesting all the way through to the drop. Because, you know, yeah, sure, people skip to the drop, right? But if they don't, you want to make sure that they're interested the whole entire time. That's my kind of outlook. And personally, like, I just love listening to good breaks. I feel like they just set up the drop and everything else so nicely. So what I was going to say, I feel like this sound is so epic. And actually what we can do to build off on this is add, what am I trying to say? A texture, right? So add an omnisphere or something. So I like to sometimes add these really crazy, weird, gritty textures underneath my sounds because it kind of paints a picture for the listener. So Omnisphere has a ton of awesome ones. I believe they're called Texture Soundscape, I think. Or it might be Textures Playable. I always get confused between the two. Yeah, so you can hear there's just like dark, creepy sounds. I want one that's like kind of crispy though. Sopranos. Yeah, I love the Sopranos. How you doing? Don't love that sound though. That's not what I'm looking for. Was it called something else? Am I tripping? Noisescapes. That's what it was. My bad. Noisescapes is what I was looking for. Because it's just straight noise. It's not really tonal. It's just weird. Yeah. Stuff like this. So let's get like a weird kind of crispy. Hey, this isn't bad. Kind of like a nice vinyl effect. And let's just bring this out to 8 bars. Awesome. Now, the other thing is this sample, when I made it to be at the forefront pretty much. And the thing is, I have a vocal, and I want the vocal to have plenty of room to kind of vibe and do its thing. So I'm just going to work on my drone real quick. I'm going to EQ it so that it works better with my vocal.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't.
And really, all that really means for me is I'm trying to make sure that the drone will reside more up here and not take up so much room down here, because down here is really where I want the vocal to shine. And also I'm going to actually go back and reduce some of that processing that I did with thermal, because it is a bit extreme right now. But anywho.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know.
So I think I'm just going to simply do the dry wet here.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Awesome, awesome. So what I'm thinking is this will be my intro. This is another thing that I like to do. I like to map out my track as I hear it in my head, as I start to get the ideas flowing. So what I'm thinking is this will be like my intro, and then I'll have the vocal come in right around here. I want the track to open up with just the noise. So, noise effect, sure. I want my track to open up with just the noise. This weird dungeon drone. And then here's where it'll really tie together, is if I take my respace and then I open the track just sustaining on G. But we have to automate it. We can do that both with just volume and filtering. But let's try just volume first.
I do
Excuse me. My bad. I'm drinking some soda right now. But you guys can hear. Now we're getting some vibes going. So now what I'd like to do, since I'm inspired to, let's try to create a nice bass line. Yeah, let's create a nice bass line first, actually.
I do it to my, do it to my, I do it to myself. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know.
What if we start on D sharp and do this?
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Dude, that might be money.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why.
And then maybe we can switch up the progression.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why.
No need for that, actually. I think C works just fine. Cool. So this is going to be my Ryos now. My main bass for this break. I think what I'm going to do, because this is very dark and kind of festival-esque or club-esque, I'm going to layer a sub bass for my Ryos to give this break a lot of power. The Ryos bass that I'm using, the sub is actually high-passed, so very simple fix. I'm just going to layer my own sub. Going to go back to Serum for that. You know, subs are very, very simple. We don't have to overthink this at all. I'm just gonna use one of my own subs here if I can get to it. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Yeah, prog sub 2 is the move. And what I'm gonna do actually is I'm going to give myself a fruity balance here on my sub as well. And I'm going to link it to the same one that we used here for the Ryos bass. So that, you know, this automation clip will now control the Ryos and the sub.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why.
Dude, absolutely. Okay, so the first thing that sticks out to me that I want to address is the Ryos. I want more mid-range growl. So this bass has obviously so much. I just cut it off. So I'm just going to open up more.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know.
Okay, love the grittiness, but problem is that now we're opening up some more unwanted frequencies that I had cut, specifically in that mid-range, giving this bass a bloated, kind of ugly feeling.
I do it to myself. I don't know why.
This is sounding so dope already. I'm going to go ahead and just label these real quick. And then the other thing that I'm going to do is start to do a little bit more vocal production, actually, because it's going to help fill out this break a lot more. So particularly, I want to add a really interesting or weird delay here. And then I also want to create a vocal reverse. Now, I'm doing this because the vocal is clearly, you know, the shining star here in this break. So I think it's quite important that I do that now because it's going to give me more vibes, all right? And I love them. So let's do the vocal reverse first, here's what I like to do for my vocal reverses these days. We're going to turn off just the delay. I'm going to keep the reverb that's already there, because why not? We're going to go to the acapella. And actually, wait, I'm jumping the gun, sorry. Let me go ahead and record just the first few words.
I do it to myself.
Okay. So I like to record like so. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add this version that we just recorded to the mixer. We're going to reverse this, and then we're going to add our big reverb on here. So I like to use Supermassive for this. And let's record this in with the reverb plus it being reversed. Okay, bang. And then we're going to reverse it again. And let's see if I manage to do this correctly.
I do it to
Okay, so now what I like to do, because we have all of this mess here, I'm just going to kind of fade this out.
I do it to my
Do it a little bit steeper like that.
I do it to myself. I don't know.
This delay needs to be way more present too. Let me low cut it like so. And then I'm going to actually throw some distortion too on this delay to really bring it out. Let's use, what should we use for that? Let's use Camel Crusher.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why.
I'm thinking I might need to sidechain that to the vocal so it doesn't get in the way. But let's see.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Okay, so all is good. But what I like to do sometimes is create a vocal reverse alternative, because right now this one is quite noisy because of all the S's and like kind of sounds that I recorded in. That was on purpose. Sometimes I do like having that noise, but because this vocal actually starts on her just singing I, that kind of works in our favor because you typically want to just do vowels for vocal reverses. So with that being said, there's a good chance that I can just kind of throw on Supermassive and just record the I. That might work out well. Yeah, I think that's going to be cleaner just for this style. Let's go ahead, try this one instead.
I do it.
Yeah, that's more what I'm looking for.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why.
And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the tape delay that I use for Monster, because I feel like this vocal is giving me the similar vibe, and I already made a nice perfect tape delay in the past, and might as well use it again. You know what I'm saying? Let's do Monster tape delay. Here we go. So it is Valhalla delay. Very similar settings, I think, except it looks like I've EQ'd it. Okay, yeah, I EQ'd this. And then I did have a compressor as well. So let me go ahead and link this to the vocal. Vocal group's already set up. Is it working though?
I do it to myself. I don't know why.
Okay, awesome. I think I just want to play around with the respace. I'm gonna go ahead and add, like trash or thermal. I'm feeling trash, and I'm gonna run the respace through some different amps and see if I can get a different kind of feeling out of the respace. Cause like, it's dope, but with this kind of break being so spacious and kind of minimalistic, at least right now, it's important that every single sound is kind of playing the best that it could possibly play, if that makes any sense. So let's see.
I don't know why I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why I do it to myself. I don't know why
The vintage amp sounds quite nice on this respace.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why I do it to myself. I don't know why.
Now, I did get distracted. I do want to make a quick delay throw for the vocal as well. Now, for my delay throws, you can get really, really wacky and wild. Let's go to Valhalla delay, since this is my favorite delay at the moment. Let's try something really weird and interesting, otherworldly. I'm gonna go ahead and make an automation so that it only automates this one word. And I'm gonna mute everything else, including the instrumental, so that we can really hear what the delay throw is doing. Whoops. There we go. That sounds dope. It's not even a delay throw, it's more of a reverb throw, bud. Yeah.
I do it to myself. I don't know why.
Okay, awesome. Now, with this style arrangement, I'm kind of thinking we go faster. I can like jump right into doing a build up and all that good stuff, or I can, kind of build on this break more and then repeat this section. So let me think what I would want to do.
I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why.
I don't know. I think either way would be dope.
I do it. I do it to myself. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why.
All right, so actually, after listening to it from the top, I don't think that we should just cut out the vocal right away. Like, I think it needs to play more and start doing more. So we're going to copy everything over. Now, for this next section, I think it's very important that we start getting some groove and some drums going. Kind of hearing a few different options here, but I'm thinking maybe a clock would actually be kind of dope. Let me see here. If I go to... Where's clocking? Always forget that I could just search. let's go here.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Okay, I'm gonna just rock with this, except I'm gonna cut out the hat fill and just do this.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why.
All right, now I think festival claps are in order too.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why.
Okay, getting the idea. So I love the festival clap playing on the 2 and the 4 instead of 4 on the floor. And what I'm going to do is also get a kick going. I want a kick to play here for sure. Make sure that it's fast paced, get a lot of energy going right away. And then what I heard is if we add a sub boom or an impact of some sort when the vocal sings Y, kind of drown this out in some weird effect. And then right here will be like a big synth section. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So let's see if we get a nice kick going, what that sounds like.
I do it to myself. I don't. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do.
Okay, so obviously right now everything sounds a bit static. Need to add some motion with sidechain so that everything moves with the kick nicely. So really the bass is the biggest priority here.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Now I'm just going to check the waveform of the kick, make sure I have the right sidechain settings. And classic's fine, maybe even reduce it a bit.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Maybe I should add some sidechain on this dungeon drone as well.
I do it to myself.
Definitely, definitely. That will help everything groove a bit better as well.
I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why.
Let's try to choose a softer kick here. It's actually more thumpy, but let's see.
I do it to.
Yeah, I know.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't.
Awesome. Now, for the clap, I just want to check this as well. Yeah, I feel like it needs to be a bit brighter.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why.
Yeah, way better. The drums sound good, but we are still missing a little bit of motion, for my taste at least. So I'm going to maybe add like a shaker or something that's playing a 16th rhythm here. Like, this could be dope if we manipulate this. So let's try doing something like this. Do it very simple. We can just do like a Pro Q3 band pass. Let's do medium ambience here. Make it sound a little ghostly. And then I'm going to try to throw a frequency shifter on here. Yeah, dope. I just want to take off some of these, some of these annoying highs here, high mids.
Don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why.
Let's make the sidechain a little less pumpy. And then we do need to introduce one kind of synth here to keep everything going, energy moving, in an upwards trending direction, because it does sound a little boring right now with just the drums being added and no additional synth work. So it's kind of my go-to whenever I'm working on anything, really. My rule is to make sure that everything, or excuse me, every 8 bars, something interesting is happening. So the drums help, but we still need to do a little bit more work.
I do it to myself.
So the obvious thing is to do some kind of chord, which I'm definitely feeling. I think we should do kind of string pad bright kind of chords. And I don't know, I'm kind of wanting to try Nexus. Normally I'd go to something like Spire, Serum, even Silent, but sometimes to get cool results, you kind of have to do things that you wouldn't normally do. So let's see if I can find a nice kind of chord sound here in Nexus. Okay, let's do pads. Let's just see what they sound like. EDM strings, maybe strings? Oh, those are staccato. I kind of want to see the idea of strings through. Now, we can do basic triads, right? But I kind of want to do something different where we just do, like, the top note of the chord. Let's see. Maybe. Dude, what is that? Oh, here we go. These sound better.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Oh, wait a second. Wait, I'm dumb. We could just do prog chords, as I call them. Prog chords would sound excellent here. And that's actually a nexus. That's perfect. Yeah, so I do these in a lot of my tracks, actually. Let me go ahead and open up the processing for that. But essentially, it's just like the 16th note kind of chord that you hear. It's very popular in progressive house. So I call it the prog chord. But yeah, let's get that going right now. Opening up the processing. Tell me I didn't save it. No way. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so we're going to make sure this filter opens. And maybe I will go back to making chords. Yeah, those sound good to me.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why.
All right, now I would like another high-end energy element here. I can introduce like a break lead. That's an option. I can just add like another drone too. Both good options, I think. Let's see. I can try. Oh, this sound is epic, but this might be too aggressive here. Let's see.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself.
Okay, not this one. That's also not even pitched right, I don't think. I might try to actually just X-nay the idea of a drone for a second. Focus on effects. That might give me the feeling that I'm looking for. So let's do like a nice big orchestral impact here. Something very dramatic. This is really hard.
I do it to myself. I don't know. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know.
Perfect. Now, gonna get one of my favorite sweeps in.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself.
Okay, that's exactly what I need. I'm gonna revisit the chords though real quick. I kind of made them a little too happy. I want them to be darker. I think what we should what we should do instead is, I think this. Let's get rid of. Yeah, I think it's better. A little simpler.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why.
Okay. Now that I'm hearing these ideas come to fruition, it's a big word. I definitely need some like big chords to follow the prog chords, right? Because the prog chords, they don't come in right away. They're getting filtered. But I need some like big hits. So the first two options that come to my head are like big 80s brass sounds or even like a big piano sound. I actually bought this plugin a little bit ago and I haven't even tried it yet. So maybe let's try it today. Let's see. It's pretty dope. Wait, I'm kind of drawn to the vintage tape section though. Nah, that's not really what we need. Okay, keys. Oof. That's exactly what I was talking about, like the 80s, 90s kind of brass sound.
I do it to myself. I don't know why.
Not playing the right octave though. Make it a little trippier with this nice delay.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I do it to myself.
Okay, I actually don't love the idea, or excuse me, I love the idea of the brass. I don't think it sounds the best though. Let's try a different one.
I do it to myself. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do.
If I try lead.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why.
Not a bad idea. Let's see, different sound maybe?
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why.
Or another idea. What if we took okay, I actually have a different idea that I'm kind of hearing pretty clearly. So, very popular in progressive house as well. But if we take a bit crush pluck like Eternal, bang. And then we'll do like they did in Payback, kind of a pluck kind of offbeat kind of sound. That'll fill out the break nicely. Yeah, so you can kind of hear the idea. We just need to mess this up way more. So super massive for the big reverb. And then I guess Camel Crusher. I'm using that a lot today. All right, let's see.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself.
Damn, this one's not really working either, to be honest. Let me get rid of the impact, actually.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know.
I'm going to get rid of the trash here as well. Decided that that's actually taking up too much room. Like that trash on the respace was making it bigger than I wanted it to be. The problem is that I'm having right now is that I want another sound in for sure, but I just don't have space. So right now I'm trying to make some space. Starting by getting rid of that trash. Getting rid of the impact here as well.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why.
And already, this kind of progressive house pluck thing is sounding better. Like it actually has room. I'm going to switch the reverb out for round so that it's not as noisy. I'll increase the decay and the high cut a bit. Or low cut, I mean. Nice. I'm going to also EQ this. I'm going to take off some lows, and then I'm going to do like a tilt shelf to make the high mids more present.
I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know.
All right, now my idea, I know things are still rough, but like my idea was to do a big boom here, so we can actually just take this impact, swap it for more of a sub boom kind of vibe.
Don't know why. Don't know why.
Maybe take out the swoop as well.
I don't know why.
And then into a big synth section. I like that idea. And now that I thought that through more, another option that I have is if I make a melody that works with the vocal, which hopefully I do, that can play right here, kind of foreshadowing. So kind of almost viewing this as like a mini build-up in a way, but let's see.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why.
Awesome. Yeah, let me try some melody ideas quick. I was kind of just expecting to make only a break, but my thing is, especially lately, my thing is like if I'm inspired, just see the idea through, right? Because like, honestly, what I've noticed is that if you don't, once that inspiration goes away, it's really hard to get back. So, yeah, let me go ahead and make a cool little melody here. What should I do for the leads though?
I do it to myself. I don't know.
Oh, wait. Hold your horses. Sorry. I'm so sorry. But before I do that, I just heard something in my head by accident. Where's my offbeat ride?
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why.
Excellent. Okay. Now the trick here is to make sure that we're sticking with the vibe of the whole song, right? So for starters, I'm going to keep the Reese and these break elements over. And I'm going to kind of use these while I build my melody, while I build my lead. For time, and because I don't want to lose my inspiration, I do want to use a lead stack that I made in the past already. Which one do I want to do, though, is the question. Maybe I will do... I don't think I've used this one yet, and I do like this lead stack. Damn, 6 layers. Let me see how it sounds with the processing, because that sounds like there's too many layers. Let me see. Oh, I didn't even save it. Say it in so... Oh, the hurt piece. Wow. I did not even save that. Okay, great. Well, I'm just going to have to make my own processing. All right. I'll start by linking all of these to a blank mixer track. To this track. I think I'm going to process all these together. Let me listen to each one individually too. Okay, I think I remember how I made this now. I think the characteristic lead, which is this one, I think I cut all of those like mids out pretty much and just kept like the high texture. Yeah, okay. So what I'm doing right now, I'm just checking to see if I can just use less layers. I'm trying to find which combination of sounds would make for the best lead stack. Because as I mute different layers, enable certain layers, we're getting like different feels out of it. Excuse me. And what I have to do actually is I can't use all of these leads on one mixer track. That's just not going to work. So for my arena lead, let me open up some processing here. I know for sure I have arena lead processing. Maybe not for this lead stack, but definitely used that before. Here we go. All right, and then I'm gonna do what I said I remember doing, which was on this lead, cutting out all of those low mids and even some of the mids, really thinning this out and just getting the fuzzy texture. Dope. All right. That sounds pretty good to me. I'm going to just treat the rest of these leads. I'll treat the rest of that as my main lead. Just thin them out slightly. Okay. Now we will link these to the lead group. Lead group. And let's do some very basic general processing here quick. So I'm going to use Black Box here just to kind of do a little lead lift, I call it. And then I'm going to introduce Arts Acoustic. Let's compress these leads with Supercharger. And I'm going to... let's do one more EQ for the entire lead group. And I'm going to do a curve kind of like this. Okay, that's good enough. All right, now let me see if I can come up with any melodies.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why.
Get rid of the prog chords. So I'm thinking we start the melody a little earlier. You start on D sharp. Okay, let's do. Actually, I'm gonna do a different approach. I like to sometimes make my melody underneath the section before. So in that case, that would be here. And this is just going to help me make something that actually fits with the vocal. It's not going to sound great, right? It's going to sound very busy, but it's just for me to make the melody. Double check my chords real quick.
I do it to myself. I don't know why.
Really like this pattern here. And then here, if we can go back up, not like that, but if we can go back up, I think that'd sound really nice too.
I do it to myself. I don't know why.
Ending on A here is a no-brainer as well.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. 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 I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why.
That's pretty solid. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it. I do it to myself. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know why.
Okay, I think that makes a lot more sense instead of starting on D sharp. Makes it very uniform, very simple. This from F to G doesn't sound right to me yet, but yeah, I gotta figure out that ending, but this is pretty solid. I think what's gonna really make me fall in love with it is pitch bending. Make it more expressive, because thing is, when you're making simple melodies, like, sometimes you just need pitch bending to really make it feel expressive and right. Otherwise, it can feel stale. I'm gonna attempt to just do that, actually. Actually, no, let me not be lazy. Let me do it the right way. I was gonna say I could just use, like, the portamento notes and just slide things around, but I'll have more flexibility with pitch automation, so I will do that instead. Let me link all these guys to that one automation clip. Okay. I'm just gonna solo the vocal and the lead for right now.
I do it to myself. I do it. I do it to. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't.
think I'll also just copy over this first automation here.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Maybe make these notes a little longer. Cool. Okay, yeah, so now I feel like the vocal and the lead, they do work together nicely. There we go. Okay, cool. So now we gotta blend everything together nicely. Also, I just want to label this quick for my own eyeballs. Ride.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know
Oh, there we go. See, now I'm getting some vibes going. Now this is something I can get behind. I'm gonna go ahead and throw on H delay here because I want this to be extremely spacious. And I might even throw on another set of processing here. And then actually, wait, now I'm hearing another idea. If I go back to the lead, I love to make melody variations. So for the second time around, I can go. It's not entirely clear, but maybe something like this. Kinda, sorta. I'm going to leave it there. I don't think that's exactly what I have in mind yet. I have to hear it in the context of everything, but I'm going to leave that just so I don't forget to do that. Let me get rid of that. And then now I can also... I can try to... there's a few things that I have in my mind. Sorry, I'm like a mess. I have so many different ideas going. So I want to add a vocoder underneath the leads. That's going to help, you know, keep the energy going, right? Every 8 bars, like something interesting needs to happen. And here, like for the vocals, it would be nice if we can keep the vocal energy going, right? Like we've got a really nice phrase already established, and because it's just repeating the phrase, we should bring in like a new harmony, or in this case, a vocoder. I think that'd be really smart. And then plus I would reinforce the chords and add more energy. And then we need to do like a cool transition here, maybe do a reverse reverb from the leads. Few things that we got to do here. Okay, cool. Let's get right into it. Let me also just do that quick.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know
Okay, I think it's better. I want to wait for the vocoder. That's gonna be kind of easy. I want to build out everything else first. So what I want to try is to filter the leads, and then I can kind of foreshadow them here in this break. So for this, what I'm going to do is use Endless Smile and a combination of probably one knob. Okay, so in the smile, gonna automate this. And then automate the filter as well to slightly open up. Then I'm gonna need a fruity balance because things are gonna get loud. You gotta tame that. So, okay, lead group, bang. And then bang. Here we go.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why.
Now for the lead, I'm not gonna introduce that like up thing that I did with the notes. I'm just gonna repeat the first part of the melody, and I am gonna phase it out in time for that sub boom. So for that, that's pretty easy. I already have the endless smile, so I can just wash it out even further, like this. Cut this here, and then the leads are also gonna just disappear in volume. Make sure the fruity balance is also the last thing. Okay, it is.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it.
I'm also thinking we get some sidechain going just because we do have that kick, and the leads feel a little lethargic right now in this break section. So that's going to help kind of blend it and smooth it with everything else.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know
Okay. Sorry, I was just double checking something. Let me just do a few more things quick, and then we'll kind of wrap up for this idea. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to do the vocoder for sure. That's nice and easy. I'm going to go ahead and make a duplicate of this. This will be the vocoder signal. And then here, I'm going to create the vocoder MIDI. And this is going to help out a lot, I think, in this break, just adding another kind of instrument, if you will, fill this out a little further and also make the vocal stack a bit more interesting. So here we're going to go to MIDI out. We'll copy over our MIDI, set this to port 1. And then on the vocoder signal, we will send this to the vocal group. And then let's add vocal synth. And then auto mode, MIDI. Gotta select this to 1, right? Did I make it 1? I think I did. Yeah, okay.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Awesome. Let's do something kind of clear, I think.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why.
That actually sounds perfect because it's not so robotic. It's actually not even really a vocoder, but it's a nice way to add more vocals to the stack, right? So that the vocal is nice and full.
I do it to myself.
Adding soothe because it's kind of harsh, and then
I do it to myself.
let's blend it.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. Self, I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why.
Okay, the problem is it was already lagging, so I need to kind of render that into audio. But I'm also second guessing my idea of putting the leads here. I feel like it might be too messy, and I feel like what might be better actually is to just take the dungeon drone and then add more high frequencies to it. So I'm going to try that first because simple is usually better. So if I have less things clashing, I think it might do better for me in the long run. So let me go ahead and add DST, bring out the high mids more.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Okay, so here's what I think is the best thing to do. We're going to make the vocal.
I do it.
We're going to switch the preset here.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to render this into audio real quick.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know.
All right, excellent. So I can just mute both of these. Now, the reason I'm doing this, number one, obviously my computer was lagging. And then also on top of that, things are getting, like, I have a lot of stuff going on, basically. So in order to make sure everything is working properly, having everything in audio will just make it a little bit clearer for me, especially because it won't be lagging. And then on top of that, I might just try to, like, maximize all of the elements I already have going, keep the leads out. But I also like the idea of having the lead come in. So maybe I can introduce a bell. I don't know, because I also did want to wrap up.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Okay, yeah, this vocoder helps tremendously. Adds so much more weight to it now.
I do it to myself. I don't know.
Awesome.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to.
This pluck is taking up space and I don't really hear it. I'm going to mute it for now.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why.
And that's a lot better because now I feel like everything is breathing properly, right? We just maximize the elements that we already had by removing some other stuff. Like this was taking up so much room and I didn't even really hear it. So leave that muted for now. Might have a place somewhere else later down the line. The vocoder just helps so much. Or vocal synth, whatever we want to call it. And then what else can I do here?
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Probably bring this up in volume, make this more obvious. We get a groove.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know.
So my job right now, I would want to make the progressive house chords more obvious. So I'm going to start by raising them up an octave.
I do it to myself. I don't.
That actually fixes all my issues. Okay.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why.
Okay.
I do it to myself. I don't know
So I'm going to forget the idea of playing the leads underneath everything else. I think I'm just going to hold off on that for now, because I feel like everything is shining kind of properly now. I am going to create a quick lead reverse. So this is going to help fill the gap right here. Turn that back off. And then... Oh, I didn't nail that right. Damn it. Okay, that still needs to be fixed. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to get rid of this idea, I do still think I need more bright chords, present chords right here to follow everything else. So I'm going to go ahead, and I think the obvious choice is a piano, because a piano would also sound good right here in the hands up moment. So let's do... Oh, so many options for good pianos. I'm going to go to Nexus only because I kind of want it to sound like an EDM piano. I don't want it to sound kind of real, if that makes sense. Like a house piano.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why.
Okay, perfect. Let me listen back to it one more time. Let me see if there's anything else I want to do here immediately. Okay, already there's noise effects. I want to add another layer to it.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why.
Damn, okay, I think I have to bounce. Oh, no, I don't. Okay.
I do it to myself. I don't know why.
So one thing that I do want to experiment with, is adding some really nice low kind of chords, dreamy chords here to this respace. Now, I've done this 1,000,001 times, so I think I'm going to go to my saved presets here and see if one of these would work nice. I want something kind of low-key. Let's see. Swirly pad. Oh, this one is sick. Okay. So, sounds kind of like a regular sound, but watch this. With the processing that I added when I made this sound. Shit. Swirly pad. Oh my goodness. This is really cool. Ooh. Oh, my CPU is so angry. But this is exactly what I was talking about. I think this will help this break.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Okay. Very nice. I have to bounce these leads into audio just because my computer is screaming for help. It's struggling. Let me do that real quick. Okay, cool. Now, the piano I thought sounded really nice already. It's so processed within Nexus that it kind of is a plug-and-play kind of sound. But with that being said, I do feel it's a little... It almost sounds out of place because it's not in the right atmosphere as everything else. So the simple solution is just to, make it a part of that atmosphere by adding some reverb and delay. So I'll probably just start by doing one of the presets that I use already in the project. Yeah, that already makes it sound like more part of the vibe.
I do it to myself. I don't
And I might want to make this up an octave too.
to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why.
Awesome. We're pretty much done, I think, for the break. If we're being really picky here, I think that this kick is a little too aggressive still. It's not slotting right the way I'd want. I could EQ it. I could swap it out. I am going to try to swap it out real quick.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't. I do it to myself. I don't know. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why.
Okay, I actually think the kick that we did have originally fits the best, and none of the other samples fit as nicely, so I do have to just EQ it then in order to make it work.
To myself, I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know.
So I'm choosing to EQ it around 100 hertz only because that's kind of the primary frequency of this kick. It's one of the primary ones. It's really more down low, but by reducing here, I'm getting rid of that knock, right? Like that big bump.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Yeah, you could hear before and after. Once I make this cut, it just like pockets in better with the instrumental, just because I already have so much elements playing at 100 hertz as well. So definitely helps that out. All right. Let me just see now. Do I want to add anything else?
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why.
Okay, so here's what I would do, guys. I would add an impact here in this hands up section. My personal go-to is this guy. And then what I would likely do is something like this. I would put the impact here. Yeah, sounds epic. And then I would take this part of the vocal probably, where she sings I don't know why. That would probably be like the name of the song, like I don't know, or I don't know why. I would copy this over here, and then I would make this section kind of the build up. So the build would start almost as a hands up moment, and then it would turn into like a build here by introducing some other snares and sweeps and stuff, and then the drop would be like right here. Yeah, you can hear if I were to take the leads audio, kind of filter it out, make it a little wash down reverb, lower the volume and stuff. I think now that is a really, really solid idea. And now one where I can come in a future session and piece together a nice drop, right? That would be how this idea kind of pans out. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Actually, sorry, let me play it from the top first, and then I'll hit you with my final thoughts. So let's listen to what we did so far.
I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do it to myself. I don't know why.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, so that is episode 41. And I'm really stoked about this because now I have a really awesome break theme that I can go on and potentially build on it into a drop, into a whole entire track later down the line for myself. And if I decide that, hey, I don't like this, I don't want to move forward with it, I can always go back and pull some different pieces, different techniques for later use, right? So important to get your ideas down, right? Like one thing that I've learned and one thing I'm really trying to implement more recently is just to make as many ideas as I can, because it's just so important, right? So important. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so you're notified the next time I upload. If you guys haven't already, come check out my Patreon. We got monthly sample packs over there, feedback lessons, and so many other goodies. The link for that will be down below in my description. And I think that would be all for me today. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.